So you've probably heard these two words before, teeth cleaning and deep cleaning. And honestly, a lot of people think they're the same thing. They are not. And today I want to sit down with you just like you're in my chair and walk you through exactly what happens during each one, why both of them matter, and most importantly, how to know which one you actually need. Because here's the truth. Most people come into a dental office without knowing what's about to happen to their mouth, and that's not their fault. Nobody really explains it. So let's change that right now together. Let's start from the beginning. Your mouth is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every time you eat, every time you drink, even when you sleep, your mouth is doing something. And during all of that activity, a thin, sticky film called plaque is constantly forming on your teeth. It's made of bacteria. Millions and millions of bacteria sitting on your enamel, feeding on the food particles you leave behind, and producing acid as a byproduct. That acid is what eats away at your teeth. That acid is what causes cavities. And that same bacteria, when it stays too long, hardens into something called tartar, also known as calculus. And once it hardens, your toothbrush cannot remove it. No amount of brushing will get rid of it. That's where we come in. Now, a regular teeth cleaning, what we call a prophylaxis or prophy, is designed for patients who are generally in good dental health. It's the cleaning you get when you come in for your routine checkup, usually every 6 months. During this cleaning, what I'm doing is removing the soft plaque and the hardened tartar that have built up above the gum line. I'm using a small metal instrument called a scaler to carefully scrape that buildup off the surface of your teeth. Then we follow that up with a gritty polishing paste and a rotating brush that gives your teeth that smooth, clean feeling you walk out with. And at the end, we floss between every tooth to clear out anything left behind in the contact areas. The whole thing usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour. It's not painful for most people, maybe a little uncomfortable if your gums are sensitive, but nothing that should cause real distress. And if you've been coming in every 6 months, like I recommend, it stays that way. Quick, comfortable, done. But here is where things change. If you haven't been coming in regularly, and look, I'm not here to judge, life gets busy. I understand that the buildup doesn't stop. The tartar keeps forming, the bacteria keep multiplying, and over time, they don't just stay on the surface of your teeth, they start to travel. They slip below the gum line, deep into the space between your gums and your teeth, and they start attacking the bone and tissue that hold your teeth in place. This is how gum disease starts. In the early stage, we call it gingivitis. Your gums are red, they bleed easily, maybe they feel puffy. This stage is reversible. A regular cleaning combined with better home care can usually bring you back from this. But if gingivitis is left untreated, it progresses into something more serious, periodontitis. And periodontitis is not something a regular cleaning can fix. When you have periodontitis, the infection has gone beneath the gum line. Your gums have started to pull away from your teeth, creating what we call pockets. These pockets are measured in millimeters. Healthy gums have pockets of 1 to 3 millimeters. When those pockets get to 4 millimeters or deeper, that's a red flag. That means baby. Syria have moved in and are actively destroying the bone underneath. And bone, once lost, does not grow back on its own. This is the point where a deep cleaning becomes not optional but necessary. A deep cleaning, the clinical term, is scaling, and root planing is a completely different procedure from what I just described. It goes much further. It goes under the gum line. We are cleaning areas your toothbrush has never touched and never will. We are going into those pockets and removing every trace of tartar, bacteria, and infected tissue that has accumulated down there. Let me walk you through exactly how it works. Because the deep cleaning involves sensitive areas below the gums, we numb the area first. You'll receive a local anesthetic, usually by quadrant, meaning we work on 1/4 of your mouth at a time. So you're never sitting in the chair for an exhausting amount of time in one visit. Most patients come in twice, once for the right side, once for the left. Each appointment takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Once you're numb and comfortable, we use specialized instruments, both manual scalers and ultrasonic devices, to go beneath the gum line and remove all that H. Hardened tartar from the root surfaces of your teeth. This part is called scaling. Then comes root planing, where we actually smooth out the root surface itself. Why? Because rough root surfaces act like magnets for bacteria. By smoothing them, we make it much harder for bacteria to reattach and much easier for your gum tissue to reattach to the root and begin healing. After the procedure, your gums will likely be a little sore and tender for a few days. Some patients experience sensitivity to cold. This is normal. This is your body beginning the healing process. I usually recommend eating soft foods for a day or two, avoiding anything extremely hot or cold, and being gentle when you brush. But most patients are back to their normal routine within a day. Now, here's something I really want you to understand. A deep cleaning is not a punishment. It's not something I recommend to make your life harder or to put a dent in your wallet. I recommend it when the alternative, not treating it, is much, much worse. Untreated gum disease is the #1 cause of tooth loss in adults, not cavities, gum disease, and it doesn't just affect your mouth. There is strong and growing evidence lining. King untreated periodontal disease to heart disease, diabetes complications, respiratory infections, and even pregnancy complications. Your mouth is connected to your entire body. What happens here doesn't stay here. So how do we know which one you need? When you come in, the first thing we do is a periodontal exam. We use a small probe. It doesn't hurt. I promise to measure those pocket depths around every single tooth. We're looking at 6 points per tooth, checking how far the gums have separated from the root. If most of your pockets are 1 to 3 millimeters, you're in good shape. A regular cleaning will do. If I start seeing consistent readings of 4 millimeters and above, especially combined with bone loss visible on your x-rays, that tells me a regular cleaning simply won't be enough. We need to go deeper. Some patients hear deep cleaning and immediately feel anxious. They think it's going to be painful, invasive, and scary. I want to reassure you with proper numbing. Most patients tell me they felt very little during the procedure. The discomfort afterward is manageable, and the relief of knowing that you've actually treated the problem, not just cleaned the surface of it, that feeling is worth it. I also want to address something I hear often. Patients will say, but I brush twice a day, I floss, how can I have gum disease? And here's the hard truth: genetics play a role. Some people are simply more susceptible to periodontal disease regardless of how well they take care of their teeth. Smoking is a major risk factor. Diabetes, stress, certain medications that reduce saliva flow, all of these things can accelerate gum disease. So please don't be hard on yourself. This isn't always about negligence, but it is about taking action once we find it. After a deep cleaning, the follow-up matters enormously. We'll bring you back about 4 to 8 weeks later for a reevaluation. We remeasure all those pockets. We want to see them shrinking. We want to see your gum tissue firming up, the redness fading, the bleeding on probing reducing. For many patients, the response is excellent, and we can move you into what we call periodontal maintenance, a cleaning every 3 to 4 months instead of the standard 6, to keep everything stable. Some patients ask me, can a deep cleaning cure gum disease? Here's my honest answer. It controls it. It remo. Vests the infection and creates an environment where healing can happen. But periodontal disease, once you've had it, requires ongoing management. The bacteria will always try to come back. Our job, yours at home, mine in this office, is to stay one step ahead of them. And that brings me to what you can do on your end, because this is truly a partnership. Brush twice a day for 2 full minutes. Use a soft, bristled toothbrush. If you've been diagnosed with gum disease, electric toothbrush will serve you significantly better. The oscillating motion is far more effective at disrupting plaque along the gum line. Floss every single day. I know you've heard this before. I know it feels like a lecture, but no toothbrush reaches the spaces between your teeth, and that is exactly where gum disease loves to hide. Water flossers can be a great addition, especially if you find traditional floss difficult. Use a fluoride toothpaste. Avoid tobacco in any form. Stay hydrated. A dry mouth creates a breeding ground for bacteria. And please come in for your scheduled visits. Don't wait until something hurts. By the time something hurts in your mouth, the problem has usually been there for a long time. NG time, regular cleanings or maintenance, deep cleanings or intervention. Both of them are acts of care for your teeth, for your gums, for your overall health. You only get one set of adult teeth. There is no version 2, no replacement that feels like the real thing. Everything we do in dentistry, every cleaning, every treatment is designed to help you keep what you already have for as long as possible. So the next time you sit in my chair and I start measuring those pockets, know that I'm not looking for problems. I'm looking out for you, because that's exactly what I'm here to do. Take care of your mouth. It takes care of everything else.